Hey, go.
There we go. We're back. Kane Shades is back. Let me get everything up here. Let's let some of you guys get on. Damien, are you there?
Yeah, we are back. Yes, yes, we are back. We're waiting for the listeners to come in. The first show was a success. We had three great interviews. Some of y'all tuned in. Hopefully, y'all could tune back in. Y'all go ahead. Once you hear this, go ahead and press the like button, subscribe. We're on to another show. This show, we will be taking phone callers. We'll be talking about the things that we've been hearing. A lot of Enos talk, believe it or not, some Martell talk. We got a lot of things going on. We'll be taking phone calls.
Yeah, we will
I guess
take
this
phone
is the
calls.
negative part of the show, right? When
This,
we have the recruits on.
yeah, you know what? But me and Damien, we had a conversation about this
Mhm.
after Sunday night or Saturday night, and it's just like when we had Golden. Uh, you know, um, Coach Diaz is not gonna get fired. So there's no
Yeah.
reason to keep beating that. It's no reason. They're not going to change. We just got to go with it. Do you agree?
hmm Yeah, I agree. I agree. Does and what? But we got to talk about this Enos.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about Enos. We got to talk about it. Before we take a call. This is Dan, but I don't. I think he's on the. Okay, let's talk about Dan Enos. He's the one getting hit over the head with everything. Now him, I do believe he needs to get fired. I do believe that, but I don't.
Yeah,
I don't think he is. I think he's on the recruiting trail.
I'm hearing. I don't know. I'm hearing some. I'm hearing some things, man.
Conference
I'm hearing.
unlocked.
I'm hearing Enos is in the hot seat right now. Big time hot seat.
Big time.
Big time hot seat.
I don't know. I don't. I got. I got.
I'm going with that one.
I gotta
I
see.
got quite a few people are telling me this.
I gotta see this to believe it, man. Come
He's in the
on.
big hot time seat.
Do you think Manny
We'll see.
Diaz makes this move right here? I mean, do you really? I mean, and the only way you do it is if you have a big time guy lined up, correct? I mean, you don't do it and have
hmm
nobody ready to move, right?
I mean, shit. Look what happened last year. I mean, the Rick left and we didn't have a guy. I don't know.
You're on Kane
Maybe he
Shades.
needs to make a statement.
You're on Kane Shades.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Rick in Carroll City.
Red, what's going
Hey, what's going
on?
on, Rick?
Hey, another beautiful Monday in South Florida.
Yes, I know.
Um, not to rain on the parade here, but after Manny had his interview this morning, or like I call
Oh,
it the softball interview with Joe Rose, as he has every Monday morning, he made it clear, reading between the lines, but also making it very specific that he's going to have to look at everything. And he made it very clear that the offense was what created the issues. And I think he also really was referring to what happened last year as well. Same issues. You get gas
Yeah.
tap. There's not enough depth. There's not enough playmakers in the back end. And at the end of the day, one or two little plays just blow up a game. And same thing that happened at Duke this year was happened 3 or 4 times last year. So there's a pattern there, and it comes down to what the offense is. But what I'm hoping for is, when you got the job, you told us we were going to have an innovative offense, an
mm-hmm.
explosive offense to match what the defense is supposed to do. And that never came about. So whether stays or he leaves, as long as you're going to try to incorporate what the rest of college football is utilizing, I'll be able to deal with what comes with that. If we
hmm
struggle at early on, I get it, but you got enough athletes. I don't want to hear we don't have enough
No.
athletes. I don't want to hear that we're an offense centered around a two tight end set. I don't want to hear those things. At the end of the day, you've got enough athletes. You got to spread the ball, get the ball out of the quarterback's hand quick, and just do what everybody else is doing. I mean, I just don't understand why we can't go ahead and just accept the fact that that's where we have to move into. We've got to catch up with the times, and I don't know what the battle is,
Well,
whether it's to
Rick,
save the defense or not.
We've been. I mean, Miami Hurricane fans have been yelling this for how many years now? Give us a spread
It's
hmm
6 years.
offense. Spread offense. I mean, God, I don't get it. I don't get it. When Golden was here, we didn't have no damn defense. We had offense, no defense. Now we don't have a damn offense. I just don't
Yeah.
know.
And look what everybody else is doing. Even the teams that don't run the spread, but they're loaded with talent, especially with Hodge up front. to utilize a pro set, but with the pro set, they're going to utilize some spread concepts and some RPO stuff to keep defenses on their heels.
Look at
I mean,
LSU.
it really isn't calculus, guys. But we're having all these visits and we're having all these things, and this is all nice. No one's going to rain on the parade or anything like that. But I mean, those of us that know football know we're in trouble.
Yeah, I
I mean,
agree.
because you can go ahead and get all these kids. That's great. You've redshirted a ton of kids this year. That's great too. But you're about to go to a bowl game, and you think they're going to win the bowl game?
Oh man, I'm really hoping we don't got to play UCF. I'm really hoping we don't have to face
Hmm.
them. Oh man.
I mean, just think of what you're saying. We're hoping we don't have to play UCF.
Yeah, it's
Think about
horrible.
what
It's
you're
that.
saying.
It is bad.
Yeah, that's horrible. That's horrible. Oh, Jesus. Oh, man.
It's bad.
It's really
Never in
bad,
my
man.
wildest dreams did I see this coming, guys. But man,
No, never in my wildest dreams. I think we lose to Sweetwater, man. That's fucking crazy.
I
Man,
mean,
it's crazy, man.
come on. Before the season, you look at the schedule. You say, okay, we could lose to Florida. We could lose probably to Virginia. I'm thinking 10-2, 9-3 at worst. I'm looking at this schedule like 9-3 at worst.
Mm.
And I
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I didn't see that. I saw 7-5, 8-4, because I know that at the end of the day, we always struggle with a game or two on the road in the ACC, and we always get screwed somehow at home. So I knew we would get a couple of tough games, ACC-wise conference games, but I didn't think it would be the ones that we lost. I thought it would be the ones that we beat. Beat UVA here, beat Pitt up there.
blow out
beat Florida State up there.
Blew out Louisville, and then lose to Georgia Tech. Oh, I mean, the team. I just don't get it. I don't know.
Hey, a hot topic everyone's been talking about for a while now. I think a good friend of mine brought this up about 6 weeks ago when we lost to Georgia Tech. Supposedly, Alonzo Highsmith is part of that Columbus group that is very united, that really has some major ownership with regards to what happens with the college football program at the University of Miami. They mentioned Alonzo Highsmith coming in and pretty much sharing that he would be very interested in coming back and running things. Do you think that would be something that would help this program because he is attuned with what's going on in all of college football, being in the positions that he's had both at Green Bay and Cleveland, or do you think it's just more of a dream?
Do you think he would leave that Cleveland gig? That's my thing. Do you think he would leave that gig at Cleveland? He's probably getting paid it.
I kind of have a feeling that things haven't gone too well up at Cleveland, and there's always going to be a sacrificial lamb, and he might be that guy over Dorsey. So it wouldn't surprise me, and I think they'd come up with enough money to be able to say, hey, if they were smart, just go ahead and run football. Let Blake do everything else, because really Blake, what he's good at is everything else. He's not good at football.
Well, speaking of Dorsey, what do you think about him coming down here? I'm being an offensive coordinator or something.
Well, I was mentioning Dorsey, the GM in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not talking about Ken
Conference
Dorsey?
locked.
No. And honestly, Ken Dorsey's a pro set guy. I don't think he's got much experience. I mean, even at App State, if you watch App State this year, he's just he's not even the offensive coordinator. He's the quarterback coach, passing game coordinator. So it's like, I don't know if he's quite.
No.
How about Harrell? Will you take
Quite
Harrell?
versed to what we need.
Will you take Harrell from USC?
I'd take Harrell over USC right now.
Chad
if I had
Morris.
the money, I'd go ahead and pay off Enos, and I'd bring him in right away.
Chad Morris. Take Chad Morris? Take or no take?
Hey, Chad did a real good job. Just didn't have enough people on defense in Arkansas. I mean, they couldn't sustain much, and then a couple of injuries in the offensive line back-to-back years. I mean, he had what he had, but
I mean, how about the schedule he had to play? I mean, that's crazy.
I just can't see how he ends up being 130 out of 130 third down conversions with Dan Enos. I mean, I'm like, I still can't believe that.
That's crazy.
Last year, what was it, like 100? I forgot. Last year was bad too, but not this bad.
I think it was 117 last year, 115 last year.
Yeah, it was in the hundreds, and I was pissed then. And this is the same thing I feel like I watched the same season over again, the same exact season.
Yeah. No, this was a little bit horrible though. This is a word. This is worse, man. This is probably one of the worst seasons
Lose.
I've watched as a King fan, besides the probation stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
This is pretty freaking bad, man.
I mean, losing the Sweetwater. I mean, that just kills your. I mean, and that if that happens in week 2, in between big games, I get it. A couple of schools lost to Troy in week 2 or week 3. I get
We
all that.
almost
That
dropped.
happens.
We almost dropped to Central Michigan. Now, Webster, what was it? Central Michigan.
Central Michigan.
Central Michigan,
That was
who's
Yeah, we
playing for
almost
the
dropped
conference
that game,
championship,
man.
the MAC championship.
God.
Yeah, we almost dropped a Mickey Mouse school early on in the season. So,
Hey, if you guys had
man.
to put your money down, do you think this Machado kid comes here? Because all I've heard for the last 2 years from that kid was he wants a UM offer, and he's had other offers. But that transition from playing defensive end to now playing linebacker, just 1 year of tape at linebacker, and I don't see him as an explosive athlete as Rousseau. So my question is he like another Sam Brooks? Going from a defensive end playing linebacker, it's going to have to take 2 or 3 years. I mean, I love everything that comes out of his mouth, but even if we do get him, is he going to pan out?
I think he'll probably be a red shirt, and then we'll see what. Maybe they want him for depth. I don't know. And they came on late. Are we out on Flo now? Or is Flo gone? Is that why they're going after him late? I don't know how to read this.
I think the issue is the kid from Mathis decommitting last week. I think that's what opened the spot up, and they were careful to see who they'd give it to, and they're in dire need of some depth at linebacker. I mean, we really are. We're really hurting there in terms of depth and quality depth. I mean, there's not much experience there, guys.
I think, well, luckily McLeod redshirted. That really helps us a lot. But man, what do you think about this recruiting class? Do you think Manny will pull it together?
Well, I think he's going to end up keeping a good 18 to 20 of the kids that are there. I think that's going to happen. I think he's going to keep those kids. I don't see that changing because you're not talking about premier 5-star kids or just underneath that for 4-star. You're talking about a good combination of mid 4-star to high 3-stars, and even to a couple low 3-stars. So I don't see him losing too many. The concern that I have is you go ahead, you get these kids. Now you don't change your offense. And do you think your offensive line, talent-wise, is going to be that much better next year? So what are you doing? You're lying to the kids again? You can't lie to kids. There's a lot of things you can do. You can go ahead and kind of persuade them to do other things that they don't want to do, but you can't lie to them. Hey, we're going to do this. That's why Mark Polk wanted to leave last year. Yeah, I was told this, and this, and we're not doing that. So it's back-to-back years. You're a kid like Mark Polk. You've been lied to back-to-back years. Which is – so is this recruiting class going to stick? More than likely, most of the kids will stick, but they're not high-tiered kids. So, again, the same issue you're having is you don't have premier athletes, and if you don't have them, then you better be one hell of a great coach. And not just get everything out of them, but get everything out of them and some more to be able to have a chance to win the Coastal. I mean, how many people thought Vautech would be playing for a chance to win the Coastal last Saturday?
I didn't. I thought they were going to beat Virginia.
We all thought Fuente was going to get fired this year, right?
Yeah, I thought after the Duke game, remember they got blown out by Duke, and they're coming into us, and then they beat us. Oh man, I don't know.
Well,
I
hopefully things will get better, guys. But I don't know. I just don't see it, man. I just don't see any big difference makers coming on board, and I don't see him making any changes. He always says the right things.
He's a
in terms of
politician.
justifying and validating what he does,
He's a politician.
So you don't think the offensive line is going to get better?
Absolutely not. Those kids. Listen,
I
Herbert,
disagree.
Why
I disagree. Because, first of all, they're 18 years old. Ja'Kai Clark came in the end of June, early July. He had 6 weeks with Butch Barry. He's going to have a full off season with Feely in the weight room. Okay, he's going to lean out. He's going to get stronger. Okay, he was thrown into the fire, and he got on-the-job training. So I think he's going to be a little bit more experienced. Zion Nelson, also an 18-year-older, thrown into the fire, playing the toughest position on the offensive line. And you know what? He got his ass kicked, but I think he's gonna grow from it. I think that these two kids, with the experience next year, I think they're gonna do a lot better, in my opinion.
And Vic, okay,
I think we'll
Vic, what happens if two injuries happen like the Duke game? Then what happens?
look. The freshmen, the red shirts are gonna have to step up. I mean, look, we got Jalen Rivers coming in. He's a high 4-star pick, and you were talking about our recruiting class. I mean, Cheney and Knighton are high 4-star.
Okay, Vic, hold on, Vic. You say Cheney and Knighton, right? But if we keep Enos as coach, what are they gonna get? 8 carries a game?
I don't know.
They carries a game inside a box. There's no space inside a box, guys.
We're going to be loaded next year at running back.
Yeah, well, he does. Look at the first 4 games this year. Dallas was DJ was averaging over 100 yards a game, and then all of a sudden we just stopped going to it. We just stopped going to him, and he was doing it on 12 carries a game, and we just went away from it. I don't know. Do you believe in Enos, Vic? Do you believe in Enos?
Nobody does. So I'm going to say buck the trend.
And
I'm going to say yes.
No way.
I'm the only one that's going to say yes. Laugh at me.
Hey, Vic.
Laugh at me.
Hey, Vic.
Laugh
you want
at
to know
me
what
now.
a good thing is? Guess what? He can only improve on his third down percentage. He can only improve on that. Can't get worse.
Well, listen. I was pretty satisfied with Williams. He never played a full half last year. He had a 3-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. Okay, look, when he sucked, he sucked. When he was on, He's really only in his first year, and he didn't have an offensive line. So you got to give the guy a little credit. If we could give him a little bit more time.
Did you watch the
like
last
we did
2
in the
games that I've watched with him? He played like shit the last 7 quarters.
I know he did.
Like
I know
shit.
he did. Listen,
do you not
listen.
understand?
The conditions.
Do you not understand these
Okay. And do you want to know why he played like shit? I'll tell you why he played
Why?
like shit. It's not just the offensive line. His defense is showing one thing pre-snap and then changes to something else, and he can't. It takes him too long to process. That's
Our
one.
quarterbacks don't know how to audible.
Well, no, that's also on Enos. So that's why another reason why I'm laughing that you believe in Enos. But the other thing that
Who believes in Enos?
Vic.
I'm sorry.
Vic, get the hell out of here, Vic. Bro, press that button, get him out of here, man. I was daydreaming for like 5 minutes. I can't believe the shit that's coming out of his mouth. Get out of here, bro. Oh, Rick. Not Rick, Vic.
Vic is Enos guy now.
No, I'm not. I'm very disappointed in him. But I think if we keep him, he's going to have to make some changes. Maybe we go to the spread next year.
Can we can we just say this, right? Both of these quarterbacks, right? They'll have a good game or a good moment, and it's like their head gets too big, and they go to the next game and they play like shit. And both of them.
You're right.
Both of them did it. And both
you know
of
why
these guys
Vic's saying
aren't
all
the
this?
guy. They're not the guy. These are not the guys.
You know why Vic's saying all this? Because Enos hasn't blocked him yet. That's what it is. Oh man.
Yeah, what's up?
Enos hasn't blocked him yet.
What's up with Enos being soft and blocking people, man? What's up with this, Vic?
Yeah,
what's up with your boy here blocking
that's crazy.
fans, man? He's a coach. He's
No,
making over $1
listen,
million.
he's not my boy. Okay, everyone's kicking the man when he's down. Okay, it's his
there's
first
a good
year.
possibility he might be going, Vic. What are you gonna do about that?
Well, listen, if he goes, he goes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Oh, there goes Vic's phone.
trust these eating the $3 million. If we do, then I know they're serious about football.
Well, Vic, this is where people like you with the big money, you got to go get it, man. You want to win?
Yeah, man, you're cheap,
Vic,
man. All that money you got,
and you're too cheap,
and you don't
man.
even write a check to the university or do any kind of be the
How do
member
you know I
gold
don't?
or whatever that. Because you
How
don't.
do you know?
God, you don't.
Where's the
You
bag
write you
How
man?
do
write
you
little
know I don't?
$25 checks
We
and
need bag.
$50 checks to here and
We
there.
need bag man money, man. We need to go get this flow kid at linebacker, Vic.
Mm.
We need this flow kid, man.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get him.
Mm.
Marley's taking care of that guy.
Oh, I think we have a very good
He's got
chance
that
of
coffee
getting him.
money taking care of that guy. He's got that coffee money taking care of that now.
You think we get him? Do you really? Hey, Rick, do you think we get him?
Wouldn't be shocked if we do. Tell you that much.
Vic,
Rohan ain't messing around. But there's something there. I don't know what it is, but
Well,
you look at Rohan's social media. He's never been this active ever.
they're both
With regards to-
Jamaican.
I think there's a good shot he ends up. I mean, I might be trolling everybody, but man, I've never seen. Look at all of Rohan Marley's social media the last 5 or 6 years as it relates to anything or any recruiting at all with UN. It's nothing like this. Never. Something's going on there.
well, I hope you're right, but I just don't see him
I agree.
picking us over Clemson unless he wants to come play right away.
Well, wouldn't you want to come play right away? And you know the guys up front, they're pretty decent. I mean, we've got some
Pretty
defensive
decent?
tackles.
Yeah,
I think we got the
the defensive tackles. We got a nice defensive end. We got some talent up front. So all I've got to do is run side on the side and just play. I don't have to think. I just have to go attack. Nothing changes from what he's doing at the high school level. So this is the best platform for him to make his mark on his own, not piggyback in somebody's system.
I agree.
I agree.
I agree.
Not only
All right,
that,
Bo.
Yes.
I think we got one of the top 3 defensive lines in the AC. I think it's Clemson and then us. An All-American next year.
Damien, what do you got for us?
Okay, so I believe on the last show we mentioned that we were going to talk about the Tate Martell issue. Okay.
Yes.
Now, speaking of, before we get on that, do you remember, Bo? Maybe 3 years ago, there was a guy on King's Insight. His name was Rick Darris, and he was with he likes to play Dungeon and Dragon and all that.
Yeah.
And he was the one that put the July 4th picture.
Yeah.
Well, he's saying now, putting up on the Twitter. All right, thank you,
Rick.
Rick, for calling in from Carroll City.
Take care, guys. Great show as always. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right.
So go ahead. Go ahead.
Here, I got to tell you what's going on with this guy. Remember, he used to troll us on King's Insight, the black guy that plays the Dungeons and Dragons, Rick Darris.
Yeah.
Look.
Go ahead.
Look. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to pull it up. Look, check this out. Basically, he's calling us. He's saying, look, he tagged us, and hold on. Fuck, man. I'm trying to pull this bullshit up. All right. Anything the Shades Radio say about Tate is shit. Them boys speculating, making up lies. And we haven't even talked about it yet. And then someone says, what about Tate? Just in general, their show's supposed to be say something about Tate, and it's gonna be a lie. We haven't said nothing yet.
We haven't said nothing.
Yeah, we haven't talked about that. What do you know? Like, how do you know what we're gonna say there, Dungeons and Dragons? How do you know?
He doesn't know.
Remember that asshole who put that picture, the stalker who took a picture of me and my nephew put it? That's that asshole.
Well, guess what? It's not coming from us. We're told information, and we just relay it.
Mm-hmm.
So how the fuck are we doing something wrong? Get out of here. I'm not listening. But go ahead. Go on with the Tate shit. Since he wants to be an asshole, put it out there. Shit. Go ahead.
You go ahead. You go ahead. So since that person is contacting you.
Who?
You go ahead. Put it out. I don't know the news. You know the news better than me.
No, the Tate Martell thing. I thought you were gonna put it out.
Yeah, you're the one. No, you're the one that you go ahead. Go ahead. I thought you were gonna put it out.
The only thing that I was told was, let's see. Tate was promised to run spread air raid when he got here. They showed him all the Alabama film, but never showed him Arkansas film. Manny wanted Tate to start. That's why he agreed on agreed on the game to be moved up, but Enos doesn't like Tate because he is not an under center. That's what I was told.
That was the shit you weren't supposed to say. We're talking about the first part of the shit. oh, let me read it. I'll go ahead, Bobo.
I told
Jesus,
you to
bro.
do it. I was doing everything else. I wasn't reading that. Just looked over.
Yeah. There
Shoot,
was a situation with the mom is saying on Twitter and all this other stuff.
man, you
Hold
guys,
on,
guys.
I gotta pull this up.
I told you to do it.
Yeah, you were.
Um,
Yeah,
now we're gonna be in trouble now.
yeah. Now we're getting that. Now we're getting no. That person said no.
My bad.
We were supposed to say the.
I didn't even
Yeah,
look at it
yeah.
all. I was doing.
No, the thing is, Tate doesn't want to transfer, but his parents are trying to force him to. They took his. Supposedly they're taking his apartment key, and they're doing what they could do to get transferred, but he doesn't want to. He loves Miami and wants to be here, and the coaches and players know everything. That's why they're not tripping over him missing games for personal reasons. Don't believe anything you hear or whatever.
well,
So
we got a caller.
that's what you were supposed to say, Bo.
My bad, man.
Conference unlocked.
My bad.
Hmm.
My bad. My bad, Damien. I told you I was. I don't know what the hell.
Yeah,
I
I
was
should
doing.
have listened to you when I was lazy. I was sitting down and I had to get up and because I just put it down talking about this other cocksucker, and then I had to. Goddamn.
The phone line is now open. That's all we had. 2 calls we missed. But yeah,
Yeah.
you know what else I was told? I don't know if I
Mm.
should put this release this. I was told if the staff doesn't win at least 9 games next year, they'll be let go. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how true that is.
Wow.
I don't know how true it is. That's what I've been told.
Mm.
Mm.
Should we talk about Florida State tomorrow?
Mm. I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
Mm.
We'll find out tomorrow. Alex, what's going on?
Yo, what's good? It's Conundrum Records.
Who is this?
Conundrum Records.
What are you doing?
All right. What's going on? Talk to me.
Yo, so I don't know how we're paying this guy $1 million and we lose to FIU. That's crazy. I can't believe that.
No. How are we 130th in the country on third down conversions? How is that?
Yo, I don't know how he didn't get fired already. Like, I liked Enos. I didn't say nothing about him, but you can't lose to FIU.
How about Duke?
Like, what is that? Yeah, Duke, yeah, we lost to Duke 2 years in a row. I know he wasn't here last year, but come on, this is ridiculous.
So let me ask you: Are you Vic? Are you with them? Do you want to fire him now, or do you stick with him one more year? What do you do?
I think Baker got to go and Enos got to go. And you need to bring in Charlie Strong for defensive coordinator, and you need to bring somebody in that can utilize the talent that we have. Has anybody thought about you trying to do some type of variation of the Baltimore Ravens offense? Because we have 2 really good tight ends. They run a lot of 2 tight end, 3 tight end sets. Why can't we do something like that?
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know if I like that.
We got Lingard, a 5-star running back. We're deep at running back, deep at tight end. So are the Ravens. If we could do something where we don't have to, it doesn't have to be as athletic as Lamar Jackson at quarterback, but just put him in a position where he can make some reads and he can be in space where he can run. Because right now, I
like that.
Any bootlegs this year.
I like it.
Who's gonna run it? Who's gonna be the quarterback?
I think Perry. I like Perry way more than Williams. I think he's way faster. He's way more elusive. He's got a stronger arm. I don't buy the hype that he can't make good reads. I think if he had a better play call and somewhat of a decent play call to like to make the O line block better, stop pulling so many guards, stop pulling so many O linemen, and just call according to the talent we have, I think Perry would succeed.
I don't know. Oh man.
I
don't know if I agree with that.
Lamar Jackson. They crafted a whole offense around Lamar Jackson, and now look how well he's doing. If we crafted an offense around Perry and are more so Brevin Jordan and Lingard, if we can get Brevin Jordan 10 touches a game and Lingard a lot of touches, we're going to win games.
Well, the rumor has it that Lingard
maybe going to Florida, which I don't think is going to happen.
Good.
First of all, he lives with his girlfriend. Number one. Number two, if he goes to Florida, he's going to have to sit out another year. So
He'll have another
whoever's
girlfriend.
And
giving him that,
sucks.
what's that?
Gainesville sucks. He'd be an idiot to go to Gainesville. If he's going to go to Bama where they're going to give him a big check, or he's going to go to Clemson or one of these SEC schools where they're going to give him a check, okay, all right. But to go to grimy ass Gainesville, unless he's getting a nice
not
check,
a five. He's not a 5-star player anymore. He had knee surgery. He may not be the same person. There was a reason why he didn't play Saturday. The
Burns.
field conditions were terrible. I mean, all he has to do on a wet.
we're deep at running back regardless, especially with this recruiting class as well. Cam Harris,
We don't need
if
him.
Dallas comes
Agree
back,
with you.
I think Lingard still is a problem. I think our recruiting class this year will be deep at running back, deep at tight end. We need to take advantage of that. I'm gonna go, but I appreciate everything you guys.
appreciate it,
Well,
man.
wait.
Go ahead.
Do you think we're going to be improved on the line? Do you think
No.
the on-the-job training that Ja'Kai Clark and Zion Nelson got this year was an education? Do you think they're going to make the adjustments over the off season and then the spring season and get bigger and get stronger? Because you remember, Clark came in end of June,
Vic, can you just ask him the question?
thrown into the fire.
Can you just ask him the question?
Yeah, I think we need depth. I think they'll get better if they can get some rest. Sometimes we need depth because it's pretty much them alone out there fighting for their lives. And then now we had somebody go down last week, like we're in trouble. So we need depth. That's why Alabama's so good, because Alabama's second string O line is probably better than our first string.
Well, hey,
Well, what
thanks
about
for
the
calling,
kid Rivers?
man.
Who?
He's talking about Jalen
What
Rivers.
about the kid Jalen Rivers?
We haven't even seen him play yet, Vic. They're only gonna be freshmen.
Yeah.
Bring-
However we can get depth. If that's the transfer portal, if that's a freshman that can play now, however that can be, that's what we need to do. And our O line coach, what's his name, Butch? I don't know.
Barry.
He needs to step it up, because some of those games were decent towards the later part of the year, but to lose to FIU and Duke, like, I'm surprised I didn't see at least somebody get fired. If they cleaned house after FIU and Duke, I wouldn't be surprised, because it's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed to rock the U. I got to take off my UM merchandise after the game. Is that for real? Is this a real thing?
Listen,
Hey,
buddy,
I went to FIU. I had to apologize to fans. This is incredible.
Hey, thanks for calling, man. Appreciate it. Call back again.
Just one more thing about the O line.
ahead.
We need to recruit from Wisconsin, Nebraska, the middle of the country. So if we got to pick up an assistant coach or a grad assistant that can help us do that, that's what we need to do.
I agree. Appreciate it, man.
For sure. Thanks a lot, man. Goodbye.
Bam.
Yeah.
Freaking Vic, you want to? How about
Fellas,
who's there?
who you think it is?
Oh, it's Pedro. Pedro, what's up, Pedro?
What's going on, Pedro?
Listen, I gotta jump back on what the dude was just saying. How Barry need to step up. Barry is not the problem. Cyril's left him with a major mess. As far as what Vic was talking about, how Ja'Kai Clark is improving, yeah, but I already see what's gonna happen. Ja'Kai Clark is gonna be our first man off the bench next year, because Campbell is going to roll back into the right tackle, which is going to allow Skates to slide back down to guard, which he naturally is. But that's what you're going to end up seeing. And having Von Corey and Zion back. He's Harper for Lingard. Lingard is nowhere near yet ready. I mean, to have somebody come back from ACL, MCL, and meniscus, like I reiterated before, that's a year and a half rehab. He's only a year and 1 month out of surgery. So right now he's probably at best 70 to 80%. So one thing people have to realize, because you're cleared, it just means you're 100% healed. Now, football action is a different thing. Yeah, they will say he could do some football activities, get in there, but you didn't want to put him out there, especially with the field condition that we saw in Saturday game. Because if he could have got out there, he probably would have tore his knee up again.
Well,
So-
hey, but at Pedro, at that same thing, you got his people on Twitter saying, go on Twitter and put out a tweet for everyone asking, yes, Low is 100%, and take it for what it is what the guy said. And I'm not saying that's quote for quote, but it was in that form.
No, I get what you're saying. He's 100% because he's healed. That don't mean that he's below pre-injury.
But they were
That's
making
the
it seem
difference.
like that he should have been playing the way this guy put this tweet out the other day. He making like seem like
Man,
he should have been playing.
I hear that, but for somebody who does the operation and know the rehab, it takes about a year and a half. So spring he'll be where he need to be at.
Mm.
And as far as what the dude was saying about firing people, Miami not gonna fire nobody year one. That's no we just need to get over it, like you mentioned already. I mean, this staff is gonna be together for 3 years. The only way somebody is gonna be gone is if they leave on their own volition. So what we have, we're gonna be stuck with for at least 3 years. So everybody just need to just calm down and just get over it. And we can hope and wish and think all we want to, but it's not happening. It's not happening.
I don't know, Pedro.
We stuck.
I don't know.
Unfortunately.
Pedro. I don't know. They better win 9 games next year.
Well, after next year, then you know what? Then a lot of money could be freed up. But to suggest somebody gonna get fired this year,
You don't think
it's not happening now.
You don't think we should make a change at the OC position? I mean, come on. It wasn't. It was similar to last year. I mean, it was.
I'm not
it
saying
was
that.
terrible.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that it's not wanted. I'm just saying that it's not gonna happen.
God, just pay. I mean, just pay the money. Pay this guy off. Get him out of here. but before I do that, I gotta make sure I got a big time hire coming in. A Graham Harrell. I gotta make sure I got someone big time coming in. And
we're not gonna swallow $3 million. I mean, Enos 1.5. He got 2 more years. That's $3 million.
$3 million. It's cheap.
Mm-hmm.
It's cheaper than firing Manny. Shoot, Florida State just paying how many millions to get rid of their coach? Arkansas. It's a lot cheaper than firing your head coach. And the whole
I'm not gonna
staff.
argue that.
I mean, do we want to win or what? I mean, I don't know. Like we said earlier, Pedro, it's pretty sad. We're praying that we don't got to play UCF in a bowl game. Holy cow.
Yeah, that's pretty sad, man.
That's when you know it's...
Ideally, you know what? I look at it like this. Ideally, if we want the type of offense that we see that's running through college football, I believe you need to have an OC that's at least 40 years or younger. These guys who are 50 years old and plus, they too rigid. We see how Rick didn't want to move. Enos is looking the same way already. You need somebody 40 years or younger who's more innovative.
And you know what's crazy, Pedro? Now you say that. You remember when Mark Rick was at Florida State, probably in his late 30s? His offense was innovative. They put up points.
Yeah.
When he first
got
to Georgia. Yeah, I think you're right.
As he got older, he just stepped and just stayed running the same plays, and football kept going, and he didn't catch up.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Let me do my little promotion thing. We got some people listening right now that's tuning in. If you would like to support Sports Shades, Cane Shades, go ahead and like this video and subscribe. We ain't asking for no money. We're not interested in money, but we do want some support. Go ahead. It doesn't take anything just to like that button. If you like this content and you want us to bring this content to you every Monday night on this Miami show, Cane Shades, go ahead and like and subscribe and tell your buddies, share this to your buddy or whatever. Go ahead. We've been doing this for 5 years, and we just want a little support from y'all. If you want this content every Monday night, so you go ahead and press like if you're enjoying the show. And what is it, bro? The bell. Press the little bell thing, the notification, so you know when we're coming on. So go ahead and do that for us.
Yep. Well, we got about 8 minutes left, so I'm gonna get off here about 10:50. But I don't know.
Flo was a silent commit, I hear.
You think that's what you hear? Silent commit for Flo.
Yep.
Oh man, do not come on! Don't get my. This is the one guy in this whole class that I want. Is this Flo guy? This is the one guy.
Silent commit?
Are you, man? Are you sure about this?
Yeah. We've been hearing all types of crazy stuff.
Oh, Pedro,
All
And
right.
man.
I don't know what
Woo!
I don't know what the story is on Dan's Worsham, but I just seen like 5 minutes ago Stubblefield is with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Oh
did
man, oh
change. He
man.
did change his Twitter account. About 10 minutes ago.
I don't under.
I seen Stubblefield with Worsham, so I don't know what that means.
Well, they're doing all their in homes right now, but I'm not understanding him. If he wants to kick, if he wants to leave, fuck it, let him leave. Fuck him. Shit. Oh.
Mm.
Oh, we got Jeremiah
Wow.
Payton. That's who I'm ready to see. Number 12, man. That's who I'm ready to see get in the field.
Mm-hmm.
That's who I'm waiting for. That one little glimpse I saw against Bethune, where he had that nice catch, that little slant, he caught that ball. Man, it looked nice.
You know, do next year, Pedro. I would
What
hire
happened?
Jimmy Murphy. Jimmy Murphy as a graduate assistant. I think the team would respect him.
Come on, Vic. Come on,
Yeah,
Vic.
put him on the staff.
Come on, Vic. Stop with the Rudy story
Come
now.
on.
It's old now, man. Vic, it worked so good. We only won 6 games. Holy cow. He brought so much energy to this team. We only won 6 games. Come on, Vic. It was good for the Bethune game. It was good for the Virginia game. He had a tackle. Well, come on, man. I don't know.
Yeah. That's Vic's boy, just like anybody from New York area is Vic's boy.
Yeah, come on, man. Jeez.
True.
Yeah.
Lingard's my
Yeah.
boy.
Oh,
Vic, be good, Vic. Well, come on, Vic. You're back on the show. Be a good guy.
the only thing, well, Vic,
I
man,
am.
Vic loves Murphy, man.
Yeah.
Murphy.
I like the
I
underdog.
think he's good. I think he's good at his role, but I think you're putting too much stock in him. You're acting like he's like a big leader of the team, and man, to be a big time leader of the team, man, you gotta be one of the big time players of the team.
We didn't have any leaders this year. That's the.
That is the problem. I agree with you. I agree. There is no leaders, and how do you develop a leader? Which guy's going to step up? And which one of these quarterbacks is going to step up and be the leader? Both of them are followers. Let's be honest here.
That's the whole team. That's what Manny was talking about, changing the culture and the mindset. You got too many of these guys that don't want to ruffle nobody's feathers. You might got maybe three to four actual dogs on that team, but the rest of them they just so cool. I mean, we in an era where, and I was talking to my boy the other day. When you see when LeBron James said him and D Wade and Bosh gonna get together and make this super team, that's what we dealing with. Guys who just want to be together. Nobody. It's not like the days that we see. You're not gonna see Jordan say, "Oh, I'm gonna go to LA and play with Matt." You don't got these dogs no more. Everybody just want to be just get along game, and that's what we dealing with. This coach is a get along game, and our team has that makeup. You may, like I said, you may have at least 3 or 4 guys on the whole team that's straight dogs that just don't care. But when you got a team that says, "Oh, we got our ass kicked and nobody's mad. Oh, you know what? We're gonna put that behind us on to the next week." That's a problem mentally. You ought to be mad and pissed off and throwing shit.
Yeah.
They ain't no, I remember back in the days where dudes used to be on the team that I know personally. They used to be fighting. The last time I heard that our program, when dudes was
I
really fighting, was last year against Virginia Tech game. That weekend, the week before, the week going to the Virginia, they were actually fighting on the team because the defense got tired of the offense shit for fucking up.
I
Now
mean,
ain't nobody fighting no more.
Vic, just go back to Tim Tebow days. Look at all those guys that were on that Florida Gator team. I mean, he had a true killer on the team, and he would yell at those guys,
Yeah.
man. We don't got no one. I mean, I thought it would be Shaq and Pinckney would be those guys. They're not even those
No.
guys. They're not even those
That's
guys. They should have been the ones to pick it up. I think maybe is DJ. I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
See, the thing is,
I mean,
let me tell you something. The guys that are those guys that got it in them, they so far underclassed and they haven't really played yet. And so now, it's gonna be like, ah, man, be quiet.
Yeah, they're not gonna
Like
listen.
Nestor and Frierson, them two dudes right there, I know for a fact, them some real goons. But they just starting to play, so it's like you can't make all this noise and your field production don't match up.
Yep.
Right.
Going into this season, this camp, oh, I'm pretty sure it's gonna change.
Yeah, we need a
That,
quarterback. We need a quarterback has got to be the leader. I mean, you got to be in the huddle yelling at, yeah, you fucked up, you're out. Come on. We don't have these guys.
none of the quarterbacks that we got all that do.
That's what I'm saying. We don't have the do. We
Hey
don't
man,
have the
just pick. Hey
quarterback
man,
yet.
just pick your head up. Next time, just this
Catch
is
it.
what your route is.
You see,
Okay, right.
You see Peyton Manning doing that shit? They be like, man, I'm not throwing you the fucking
No.
ball again. Shit. We don't got it. We don't got the. I said weeks ago, we don't have the quarterback we need to take the next level. Now maybe we have the quarterback to win the Coastal, but we don't have the one to go to the next level.
I mean, is Matoka that dude? He's a true freshman taking a red shirt. Will Van Dyke be that dude?
I don't
You don't know.
I don't know. You don't know.
Don't know.
You don't know.
We'll find out.
We're gonna find. Hopefully, one of them is.
I mean, hell, shit. If you leave it up to me, honestly, what I do, I'm gonna say, yeah, Carson Proctor, go ahead and get it. I'm pretty sure that dude might go and cut somebody out.
Really?
He an older dude too. He's an older dude, so he's not listening. He's not playing the radio. I think that dude to get in there and start cussing people out.
Yeah, that's what Bo wants.
That's what I want. That's what we need. That's what we're missing.
Bo,
Go
you
back.
want an ass?
Go back
Bo.
to the national championship year. I mean, you had Ed Reed on the other side. You had Ken Dorsey. I mean, he was quiet, but he made people accountable, man. God, people on the offensive line were even accountable. We haven't had that in so long, man. I can't even tell you. We need to fucking.
These guys are just happy. Say it. They just happy to be like, oh, I play for the U, and they living off the glory. They not going the extra mile to be great.
Well,
that's the problem.
There's only so many times we could give them that little 30 for 30 DVD, man. They need to make their own DVD.
That don't mean nothing. Listen, that 30 for 30 don't mean nothing to them because none of those kids were born during that era, and they don't really know what it is. They just living off of that, thinking that I could just put on it, and just because we the U,
that's what I'm trying to tell you, Pedro. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Pedro. That 30 for 30 thing. There's only so much you could do with that DVD now.
It don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. It means something.
That's what I'm saying.
You know it don't mean nothing when Bryant McKinney and them say they go to talk to the players and they don't take them serious. That's when we know we got a problem.
No, but see, it did mean something to the 16 and 17 class because when we were interviewing them kids, they kept mentioning, we want to do it because we seen the DVD and we want to do it. So it did. A few years back, that DVD was in a couple of those kids' mouths. So it did mean a little something to those kids.
You know what I've noticed over the years doing this recruiting thing? They always tell us we're going to be the one. We're going to be the class. The Swag 16 class has really bought in. We're going to be the one to change it. I'm tired of hearing it, man.
Yeah.
Fucking prove it. I don't want no more talking. Just do it.
Mm-hmm.
I swear I thought Shaq from coming in as a freshman, the way he says I'm coming there to start, and that's the thing. I thought he was gonna be
national
that
championship.
Dude.
He said national championship.
But I don't know. I think maybe he just got too comfortable. I don't know what happened.
Man, but you can't put it all on him, man. You can't put it on these kids, man. You can't put it all on them, man.
Someone's got to step
up. It's a clusterfuck. It's a clusterfuck after a clusterfuck, though, man. It's not on them kids, man.
Someone's got to step up and be a leader, man. Someone. We don't have it.
No, it's like
they got it, but it's just not. They have them. They're just not enough of them.
It's like
we need a Gary
Burke
here and a Julius Campbell.
Look, when your kids are wilding out, who does it reflect on? It reflects on the parents. So it does reflect on the coaching. These kids are wilding out. It reflects on the coach. They need discipline. True or false, Pedro? What am I talking here? Is it true or false?
Oh, yeah, they do need discipline, but you still do need a couple of wild nuts on the team.
Oma just had a fake punt, and he ran it for like 35 yards. Did you see it?
We need to
No.
we need to start recruiting some straight out. Well, no, you can't recruit them dudes because they
Listen,
the
listen.
dude that
We ain't
the
getting
dude.
on them.
We need
We're not
some.
getting on them kids. We got
We
this
need some.
weird
Well,
music out now,
We need some.
Pedro.
We need.
That's
Kids
We
are
the
need
not like
that's
that
some.
no more.
also
We need some
thanks Donna
2.3
Shalala for that.
GPAs, man. We need some 2.3,
The kid
18 GPA, 18 ACT scores.
Mhm.
Barely getting in.
Well,
the kid
no,
the kids that we
no,
need the kids that we need are not eligible.
but
Mhm.
that's because Donna Shalala increased the requirements to get to school.
Yeah, but they
Okay,
still
she
allow a certain. They give the team a certain amount. They don't. They won't let you take the whole
Check,
class, but they'll give you a certain amount.
but, but check this out, Pedro. I'm gonna go out and say the kids we need don't exist. There ain't no Edwin James out there no more. There's no Sean Taylor out there no more. Them kids don't exist no more. It's a different generation. It's weird. The feminine clothes and the hair. That shit don't exist no more. It's 2019. It's weird out here, man.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
sick.
I know.
It is.
It's sickening.
Well,
Mm.
Damien, you ready to wrap it up, Damien?
Well, it's time to go. Does Vic do his little thing or no?
Just
yes, I would.
come
I don't know
on,
how. I don't know how you weaseled your way back
bro.
on the
Just
show,
let's
but
hurry.
go ahead
Come
and
on.
do your little thing.
You guys just love me.
Just go do your thing.
Hurry up.
With some
He's breaking up.
Hurry up, Vic.
surround you, and but forget your love. Peace out.
All right, we're out.